Good day and thank you for watching. I'm Ryan and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly recall and also compute six trigonometric functions of special angles using our fingers. And ito ay tinatawag ko ring finger math on finding trigonometric functions for special angles. Our first step is to label or to associate the correct angle for each finger. So for our thumb, ang thumb ay 0 degrees, ang index ay 30 degrees, middle finger is 45 degrees, ring is 60 degrees, and finally ang little finger ay 90 degrees. Next ay ang procedure sa pagkuha ng either sine or cosine. So for example, kukunin natin ang sine ng angle x. So yung angle x ay isa sa mga special angles. Meron tayong i-recall or tatandaan na constants. So una, para sa ating sagot, we will have a rational number. So for our numerator, we will get the square root of the number of fingers. So let's say it's f na meron below the assigned finger. And sa ating denominator, meron tayong constant na 2. Okay. Sa cosine naman, sa cosine of x, okay, again, we will also use the same, but take note here, the square root would be of the number of fingers above and over 2. Now, if you want to find sine of 0 degrees, check natin sa ating finger. So, it's our thumb. Thumb is our 0 degree or 0 degree. So, and let us check the number of fingers below our thumb. Wala naman. So, we will have, that should be square root of 0 over 2. And we know the square root of 0 is still 0. 0 over 2 is 0. So, our sine of 0 degrees is 0. Sine of 30 degrees is, we check here, our index finger is our 30 degrees, and the number of fingers or finger below our index is only 1, so we get the square root of 1, and that's always over 2. Square root of 1 is 1, so our sine 30 is simply 1/2. Now to find the sine of the other three special angles, so sine 45, now we count the number of fingers below 45 or below our middle finger. So we have 2 fingers, so that's square root of 2, and the constant is over 2. And since we cannot simplify this anymore, so we leave it as square root of 2 over 2 for our sine 45. Sine 60, so we count the number of fingers below our or before our ring fingers. We have 3, so we have square root of 3 and over 2. Now finally for our little finger, so there are 4 fingers below it, so we have sine of 90 degrees for our little finger. So we have square root of 4 since there are 4 fingers, and that's again over 2. Simplifying square root of 4, we get 2. 2 over 2 is the same as, or is equal to 1. On the other hand, finding the cosine of these 5 special angles can be done by doing the reverse way. So say if we want to find the cosine of 0 degrees, in this case we will count the number of fingers above or above or nasa taas ng ating thumb. So counting, we have 4 fingers. So finding the cosine of 0 degrees, so on our numerator we will have square root of 4 for 4 fingers, and we always have 2 as our denominator. And simplifying this, square root of 4 is again equal to 2, and that's 2 over 2, or that's 1. And moving on for our sine, our cosine 30 I mean, so that would be for our index or pointer. So counting the number of fingers above our pointer, so we have 1, 2, 3, and we put that on our numerator with the square root. So we have square root of 3 over 2, again, as always, our constant denominator. So moving on, finding the cosine of the other three special angles, 45, 60, and 90. So again, for 45, that's our middle finger, and the number of fingers above our middle finger is 2. So we have square root of 2 over 2 for our cosine 45. And for our cosine 60, so that's only one finger above our ring finger. So we have square root of 1 over 2, or that's equal to 1 half, or 1 over 2. And finally, for our cosine 90, since there is no finger above, so we put square root of 0 over 2, and that's 0 over 2, or simply 0. Now the next thing is to find the other four trigonometric functions, such as tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. So in finding these four trigo functions, we need to go back to the definitions. So para sa tangent, ang definition niya ay tangent is equal to the ratio of sine over cosine. And ang secant ay ang definition niya ay it's the reciprocal of the cosine, or it's 1 over cosine. So, for example, ang kukunin natin ay ang tangent ng 0 degrees. So, first we need to find sine of 0 degrees, which we already know from our solution earlier. So, sine 0, which is equal to 0, and cosine 0 degrees is 1. Evaluating 0 over 1 is equal to 0. Next is if we want to find secant of 45 degrees, we have 1 as our numerator and cosine of 45 degrees as our denominator. So it's another way of saying that we need to find the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of cosine 45 is equal to, that's 1 over square root of 2 over 2, or simply equal to square root of 2. Now, ay hindi ko na gagawin yung iba pang other trigo functions, which are cosecant and cotangent, because we can find those using the definition. So with this, I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. God bless us all.